Fast Excel Freehold early morning repair. It's about 8:13. Oh, 8:34. S21 plus front and back broken screen. If you need your phone fixed, whatever time, just let me know. Give me a call at 732 800 2244. You can text me at 848-878-9000. Need your phone repaired at 1 o'clock in the morning? Hit me up if I pick up. Alright, first thing we do is we gotta take this back glass off. We gotta heat this up. There's a hot plate right here. Just gotta heat up a little more. You need a tool, skinny pry tool, extremely thin, or a razor blade. Just be careful. If you don't got a hot plate, you use your blow dryer. If you don't want to fix this phone, just bring it to me. I'll fix it. If you think the price is too high, if you find the screen for cheaper, you can buy it and bring it to me. I'll fix it for you. Alright, so check this out. Sliding the blade right through. Don't go all the way in. You just want to cut the adhesive. Be very careful the glass doesn't hit you, because it will break. Alright? While it's on the hot plate too, slowly pry it down a little bit. Alright? Next thing we gotta do is remove all these screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and a whole bunch down here. Alright? But for yeah, you gotta remove the SIM tray. You gotta take a little ejector tool, push it in the bottom of the phone, and it will eject the SIM tray out. So you have to push it in, pull it out. There you go. Next thing we do, remove all these screws. Here's a flex cable for the wireless charger. Alright, you gotta pop these up. I would use my electric screwdriver, but yeah, somebody dropped water on it, so I can't use it. All right, so once you got these screws removed right over here, okay, then you gotta remove this wireless charging. Careful, take your time, slide it up slowly. Here, the adhesive moving. Okay, those are the flex cables. Next thing you do is unplug the battery. All right. More flex cables. You can use a tool to remove it. I use my nail. Alright, next thing you do is remove all these screws up here. Again, we're in Freehold, New Jersey, 34 East Main Street. Right next, between Aarzu, the Indian restaurant, and Cafe 360. Right in Freehold, New Jersey. Alright, you gotta move the speaker right here. This is the air speaker. There's a flex connector for it. Alright, here's your front camera. Pop that up. Here's another screw holding the camera in with the board. That's the motherboard. Alright, next thing we're doing, move the loudspeaker. If you're having a hard time doing something, probably doing something wrong. Well, when it comes to fixing electronics. So you gotta reposition what you're doing, or just stop what you're doing, figure out what you're doing wrong, try again. It should not take a lot of pressure. Should be not straining your tools. If you're having a hard time taking anything out, you're probably doing something wrong. Alright, since you got the screws in the bottom for the loudspeaker on, prise up right at the top right here. Just take your nail or whatever pry tool you got. That's it. Alright, you got more flex cable. It's connected to the charger port. Alright, here's the main flex cable for the motherboard, for the LCD. You got 3 screws holding this charger port in. Alright, got 1, 2, 3, 4 more screws holding some antennas in. Try to keep everything in order. Alright, so now we gotta remove this another antenna right here, so you gotta use your tri-wing. Again, be very careful when removing this. The screws are very easy to strip. Make sure you have it lined up proper before turning. Alright? Again, try to keep everything organized. This kind of looks chaotic, but it's kind of organized to me. Screws are extremely small. Alright, so now we gotta heat this up to remove the front camera. Remove the adhesive on here for the vibrator, and here's the battery. Alright, you gotta put it on your hot plate or whatever you got to heat it up. We can start moving that, but in the meantime, we can actually start putting everything back on here. So, charging port, 3 screws. Alright, put this back in. Well, so we can actually put the SIM tray back in. There we go. I use a little blade, well, kind of need a new blade, but then use a tri-wing. Try to keep everything organized. Gotta put a little bit of adhesive on this one so the vibrator doesn't make weird noises because it's just vibrating out of place. Got this extremely strong double-sided adhesive tape. If you need some, just hit me up. Alright, next thing we'll do is remove this battery. Now, again, be very careful. Alright, next thing we'll do is put all these flex cables back into place. Alright, again, be very careful. You don't want to put pressure on the wrong spot, and then it's downhill from there. Okay, loudspeaker goes back in. You most likely feel a little snap. Alright, everything's leveled. If it doesn't feel level, you're probably doing something wrong. Alright, next thing we'll do is put the shoes back into the loudspeaker. Alright, once everything is level, feels good, we'll go to the next step. I'm going to take this camera out. Alright, we're going to put the motherboard in. You know what? Let's put the motherboard in first. Once it feels level in there, start snapping these flex cables back in. Alright. Front camera. Alright, now we can start screwing everything back in. Well, not everything. We'll put a screw for the motherboard in. Alright, once you feel everything is good, all the flex cables are good, plug the battery, well, the air speaker. Okay? Alright. Then we'll plug the battery connector on. Okay, then we'll plug the wireless charging NFC connector on. Alright, then we'll start screwing everything back on. But you know what, in the meantime, what we'll do is the back glass. So it does come with a logo. This is an original glass. So what we'll do is we'll take this adhesive with a plastic that's covering the adhesive off. Alright, and put it onto the hot plate. So that way it'll start heating up. Once it heats up, then we'll put some more adhesive on it and then seal it. And it should be good. Alright, everything's level. My next thing we'll do is remove this little plaque covering over the camera. Get some T7000. I've been using this stuff for years. It's amazing. Alright, put some adhesive around the edges. You don't need a lot. It's kind of early, so this may not be 100% perfect putting this adhesive on. Alright, once it's on there, alright, you're gonna line this up. Okay. I'm gonna take our little clamps. Alright, let's try it out. Alright, that's it. You need your phone repaired early, late, before you go to work, after you got to work, between work, on lunch break. Just give us a call, 732-800-2244. Or stop by. We're at 34 East Main Street, Freehold. Fix iPads, laptops. Don't know what you're doing, just give us a call. We'll help you out so you figure out, so you can know what you're doing. Yeah, that's about it. You need any prepaid service, you need an extra line, you just want to have a line to give people, you want a good number, just hit us up. Fix iPhones, laptops, most devices.